And Venezuela's National Assembly has given its initial approval to a wide-reaching strategic partnership and cooperation agreement with Russia. Lawmakers say that the deal is aimed at deepening ties between the two countries. This amid U.S. naval buildup in the Caribbean and fresh warnings from U.S. President Donald Trump. Nearly a month ago, Washington sent warships to international waters of Venezuela's coast, supported by F-35 fighter jets stationed in Puerto Rico. Describing the move as part of an anti-drug and counter-terrorism mission, Venezuelan Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez has accused Washington of waging an undeclared war in the Caribbean, following U.S. strikes that killed more than a dozen suspected drug traffickers off Venezuela's coast. Lopez hailed the public military training as a milestone, declaring that the people and the armed forces are together shaping what he described as a true military revolution.
Everything is resolved through politics and dialogue, not by force or imposition. So we do not want the gringos to come here to enslave us. Yankees go home. We have our freedom, our independence, our sovereignty. You stay there with your own problems, which are many.
Venezuela has launched military training programs for civilians. Militia voices resounded with defiance during the military program, declaring that the homeland would never surrender. One of the fighters emphasized the profound weight of such maneuvers in light of rising strain with the American president.
For all Venezuelans, this training is very important because it helps us collaborate with our country, our president, with all who love our country and wish the best for everyone.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, accused by Washington of running a drug cartel, has long sought to mobilize civilians. Petare neighborhood, once the center of protests against his disputed 2024 re-election, now reflects a different reality. After thousands were summoned to military barracks for training last week, Maduro ordered troops into the neighborhoods themselves, but the display was subdued. Only 25 armored vehicles paraded in the capital over the weekend, and Maduro met rural workers in Aragua, urging millions to be ready to defend the Bolivarian Republic if attacked by the American empire. Now, in the Petare neighborhood, soldiers trained volunteers in small groups of 30, teaching them how to handle weapons. The sessions also included instructions on wearing masks, providing basic first aid, and lessons in ideological thought. Outside Caracas, training was also held in San Cristobal and Barinas, but turnout there too was reported to be low. Earlier, Venezuela launched 3 days of military exercises on its Caribbean island of La Orchilla in response to what it called a threat from U.S. flotilla of 7 warships and a nuclear-powered submarine. In a related development, U.S. President Trump had said that Venezuela would face incalculable consequences if it continues to reject the return of migrants, which he claims were pushed into the United States. Migrant repatriation remains among the few points of dialogue. On Friday, a U.S. flight carried 185 Venezuelans back to Caracas, pushing the total repatriation since Trump took office in January to over 13,000.